These high temperature collectors will temperatures below 95 degrees centigrade. Under in this we are using flat type collectors and also non-concentrate type we are generally used. Okay, because these are very high heat losses and we are using flat glazed. Flat plate collectors will not reach temperature and much above 200 degrees centigrade. Even when the temperature transfer fluid is stagnant also. And such temperatures, it is very too low for efficient conversion to electricity. And there are so many system designs, system designs. They are parabolic trough designs, etc., etc. And during the day, the sun has different positions. For low concentration systems and low temperatures, and tracking can be avoided are limited to a few positions per year. For higher concentrations, if the mirrors or lenses do not move, then focus of the mirrors or lenses also changes. That means a tracking system that follows the positions of the sun, and it is very required. The tracking system increases the cost and complexity. With this in mind, different designs can be explained also in how they concentrate the light and track the position of the sun. Okay, there are so many designs with because they concentrate the light and track the position of the sun. And during the sun has different positions for low concentration systems, tracking can be avoided if for higher concentrations, if the mirrors or lenses do not move, then focus of the mirrors or lenses changes. A tracking system that allows the position of the sun is required, and this tracking system increases the cost and complexity also. With this mind, different designs can be explained. How they concentrate the light and track the position of the sun also. The different types of high temperature collectors. First one is parabolic tuff designs. Parabolic tuff designs. Here the observer tube. This is, and this is reflector, and this is solar field piping. When the sun rays will be reflected on this observer tube by using solar field pipe, the design can be obtained. This parabolic trough is a design, a change of position of the sun parallel to the receiver. This is parallel to the receiver, and it requires the receiver does not require adjustment of the mirrors. Is it parallel or vertical, etc. These parabolic trough power plants are a curved mirror shape. We are seen in this figure. These are curved mirror shape which reflects the solar radiation onto a glass containing a fluid, also called this is receiver and observer, and observer are also known as collector, and running the length of the trough position at a focal point of the reflectors. The trough is a parabolic along one axis and linear in the this is orthogonal axis also. And this power plant is a curved mirror trough which reflects a direct radiation on a glass tube containing fluid running the length of a trough position at the focal point of the reflectors. And this trough parabolic along one axis and linear in the orthogonal axis also. For change of the daily position of the sun, it is perpendicular to the receiver, and it is perpendicular to the receiver. The trough tilts east to west so that the direct radiation remains focused on the receiver. A seasonal changes in the angle of sunlight parallel to the trough does not require adjustment of the mirror since the light is simply concentrated elsewhere on the receiver. Thus, trough does not require tracking on the second axis. The receiver may be enclosed in a glass vacuum chamber. The vacuum significantly reduces convective heat loss. A fluid passes through the receiver and becomes very hot. Common fluids are also synthetic oil, molten salt, and pressure system also. The fluid containing the heat is transferred to heat engine, where third of the heat is also converted to electricity. Here we are using observer and reflector by using solar field piping. This system, parabolic system, trough system consists of many such troughs and parallel out over the large area of the land. A solar thermal a system using the principle has been in full operation in USA, etc. It is called. It is also called as solar generate energy generating system. It is called as solar energy generating system. Hello, hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and this is a 9 plants with total capacity 355 megawatts and has been world's largest solar power plant, both the thermal and solar thermal, and both thermal and non-thermal, and for many years. And it is those plants have very heat storage and it requires a large field of solar collectors and relatively to the size of the steam turbine generators. It is to store heat and send heat to the steam turbine at the same time. And this heat storage enables better utilization of the steam turbine. With day and some nighttime operation of the steam turbine at 50 megawatts peak capacity produces more energy, and one solar one a 64 megawatts peak capacity due to former thermal energy storage system and a larger solar field also. And this is a collection of 9 plants with total capacity of 354 megawatts and has been world's largest solar power plant, both normal and both thermal and non-thermal energies. And this is a those plants have heat storage which requires larger field of solar collectors and related to the size of the steam turbine generated to store heat and send heat to the steam turbine at the same time. To store heat and send heat to the steam turbine at the same time. Heat storage enables better utilization of the steam turbine. With the day and some night time operation, the steam turbines at 50 megawatts peak capacity produces more energy, and this is used both to use a parabolic trough in a combined cycle with natural gas. With a natural gas, the 280 megawatts Solana generating station came online in Arizona in within the 6 hours for power storage. So this is the parabolic trough designs. And the second one, enclosed trough. This one, enclosed trough. That means it is a dome. It's shown as dome. enclosed inside an enclosed trough system. డోమ్ లా ఉంటుందమ్మా ఇదంతా కూడా ఎన్క్లోజ్డ్ ట్రఫ్ సిస్టమ్ అనేది. The enclosed truck system architecture encapsulates the solar thermal system within a greenhouse like greenhouse. గ్రీన్ హౌస్ ఎఫెక్ట్ లా ఉంటుంది కనిపించడానికి. ఇక్కడ బ్లూ కలర్ కనిపించినా కూడా గ్రీన్ హౌస్ టైప్ లో ఉంటుంది. ద గ్రీన్ హౌస్ క్రియేట్స్ ప్రొటెక్టెడ్ ఎన్విరాన్మెంట్ అండ్ విత్ స్టాండ్ the elements that can negatively impact reliability and efficiency of the solar thermal system. And lightweight curved, this is curved system. Curved curved solar reflecting mirrors are suspended within the glass house structure, and this is a single axis tracking system, and it positions the mirrors to track the sun and focus it to light. A single axis tracking system positions the mirrors, these are mirrors to track the sun and focus its light on a network of a stationary steel pipes also suspended from the greenhouse structure. Steam is generated directly using oil film quality water as water flows from the inlet trough throughout the length of the pipes without heat exchangers or intermediate working fluids. So this is a enclosed trough architecture. Enclosed or encapsulates the solar system within a, it looks like a greenhouse, and the greenhouse creates a protected environment to withstand the elements that can negatively impact reliability and efficiency of the solar thermal system. And lightweight curved on a solar, the reflecting mirrors are suspended within the glass house structures, and this is a single axis tracking system. The positions of the mirrors to track the sun and also focus its light on a network of a stationary steel pipes. These are steel pipes, and these are glasses, or these are mirrors to track the sun and focus to its light on a network of stationary steel pipes, also suspended from the greenhouse structure. Steam is generated directly using oil-filled quality water as water flows from the inlet throughout the length of the pipes throughout without heat exchangers or intermediate working fluids. And the steam produced is directly into fields existing steam distribution network, where the steam is continuously injected deep into the oil reservoir. These sheltering mirrors from the wind allows them to achieve high temperature rates and prevents dust from building up as a result from exposure to humidity. And the company created the enclosed trough designs states its technology can produce heat from air for about 5 million British thermal units in summer season, and compared to 10 and 12 for other conventional solar thermal technologies. And glass point enclosed trough system has been utilized at the Mira family facility in Oman, and a new project has also been received for the company to bring its enclosed from top the technology to the South oil field. So these are seen as domed system. Already we are seen in our central library, always like that. And next one, power designs, power tower designs. Power tower designs is there we are using in this title. We mentioned towers. Here towers. We are seen in towers. In this figure, we are seen. So in this figure, we are seeing three towers under load, and it is even power solar electric generating system, and it is in California. And these power towers are used as central power central tower power plants or helostat power plants. and captures the sun's thermal energy with thousands of tracking mirrors called helostats. These are helostats. In a roughly a 2 square mile field, and these helostats focused concentrated sunlight on a receiver which sits on top of the tower. Within the receiver, the concentrated sunlight heats and heat melts to salt over 1000 degrees Fahrenheit or 530 degrees Celsius. The heat molten salts then flows into thermal storage tank where it is stored, and it is maintained thermal efficiency of 98%. So these are power towers. These power towers are also known as central central tower power plants or helostat power plants, and it captures and focus to the sunlight, the sun's thermal energy, and is with thousands of tracking mirrors. And these tracking mirrors called heliostats. Heliostats, heliostats, and it is roughly 2 square mile field. It is roughly 2 square mile field. A tower resides in the center of the helostat field. Center of the helostat field. And this the helostat focus concentrated sunlight on a receiver which sits on top of the tower. Within the receiver, the concentrated sunlight heat melts salt to 1000 degrees Fahrenheit or 530 degrees Celsius. The heated molten salt also flows into thermal storage tank where it is stored and maintain a temperature of 98% thermal efficiency, and eventually put to a steamed generator. The steam drives a standard turbine to generate electricity. This process is known as Rankine cycle, Rankine cycle, and it is similar to standard coal-fired power plant, except it is fueled by clean and free solar energy. The advantage of this design above parabolic trough design is the higher temperature. Thermal energy at higher temperature can be converted to electricity, and it is more efficiently and can be more cheaply stored for later use. And there is less need to flatten the ground area. In principle, power tower can be built on a side of a hill. We are seen in this figure. These are hills, and these mirrors can be flat and plumbing in the concentration of the towers. Uh, the disadvantage is that each mirror must have own dual axis control, while parabolic trough design has single axis tracking, and it can be shared for a large area of mirrors. In this, each mirror have its own dual axis control. But in the previous design, that means parabolic trough design, a single axis tracking can be shared for a large array of mirrors. And the cost comparison between power tower and the parabolic trough concentrates, and it was made by which estimated that the 2020 electricity it could be produced from power towers for 5.47 kilowatt hours, and and for 6.21 kilowatt hours from parabolic troughs. It produced power towers for 5.47 kilowatt hours, and for parabolic trucks 6.21 kilowatt hours. The capacity factor for power towers was estimated to be 72.9% and 56.2% for parabolic towers. The capacity factor for power towers was 72.9%, and for parabolic trucks 56.2%. And it is very development of cheap, durable, and producible heliostat power plants components could bring these costs down also. And also the first commercial tower power plant was PS10 in Spain with a capacity of 11 megawatts, and it is completed in the year of 2007. And the number of power plants have been proposed, and it is a built in a number of countries like Spain, Germany, US, Turkey, China, and India. But several proposed plants were cancelled as photovoltaic solar prices. A solar power tower went online in South Africa in 2016. Ivanpah solar power facility in California generates 392 megawatts of electricity from three towers, and making us largest solar power plant when it came online in late 2013 also. This first commercial tower power plant was PS10 in Spain with a capacity of 11 megawatts, and it is completed in the year of 2007. Then a number of plants have been proposed. Several have been built in number of countries like Germany, US, Turkey, China, Spain, India, etc. But several proposed plants were cancelled photovoltaic solar prices, and a solar power tower went online in South Africa in 2016, and making in the largest solar power tower plant where it came online in late 2013. And next one, so focus the sun's thermal energy with thousands of tracking mirrors. These are called heliostats in roughly a 2 square mile field, and the tower resides in the center of the heliostat. Already we have seen the center of the heliostat and on a receiver which sits on the top of the tower. Within the receiver, the concentrated sunlight heats molten salt. That heat molten salt then flows into thermal storage tank where it is stored. And next design is dish design. And this dish design is a parabolic solar dish concentrating the sun's rays on the heating element of a Stirling engine. The entire unit acts as a solar tracker. The entire unit. The entire unit acts as a solar tracker. The Stirling is also known as the highest efficiency of all solar technologies, around 30% compared to solar photovoltaic approximately 15%, and it is predicted to be able to produce the cheapest energy among all renewable energy sources in high scale production and hot areas in semi deserts, etc. And this a dish drilling system uses large reflective parabolic and dish, and it is similar to shape of a satellite television dish. It focuses all the sunlight that strikes the dish up to single point above the dish, where a receiver captures the heat and transfers it into a useful form. This is also known as highest efficiency of all solar technologies, and it is around 30% compared to solar photovoltaics, approximately 15%, and it is able to produce the cheapest energy among all renewable energy sources, and it is a high scale production and hot areas and semi deserts, etc. A dish stilling system uses large reflective parabolic dish uses large reflective, and this is a reflective part, and parabolic dish similar to a shape of satellite television dish, and it is a shape of satellite television dish, and it focuses all the sunlight that strikes the dish upon a single point above the dish, and where the receiver captures the heat. This is the receiver point, and this receiver captures the heat and transfer into useful form, and the dish is coupled with a stirling engine in a dish stirling system, but also sometimes a steam engine also to be used, and this creates rotational kinetic energy that can be converted to electricity using an electric generator. and it is also used in southern California and etc countries also. And it is an announcement and agreement to purchase solar powered Stirling engines from Stirling Engine Systems over 20-year period and in quantities 20,000 units, and it is sufficient to generate 500 megawatts of electricity. It needs 500 megawatts of electricity or 2000 watts, 2000 units, 20,000 units it must be needed. For the years, last year's 2020, 2010 January, Stirling Energy Systems and Tesla Solar commissioned the first demonstration 1.5 megawatt power plant using Stirling technology in Arizona. At the beginning of 2011, Stirling Energy Development, Tesla Solar solid of its two large capacities and two large projects, the 709 megawatts Imperial project and 850 megawatts Calico projects to AES Solar and K Road. In 2012, the Maricopa plant was brought and it is in United States of America, and it is based on V-shaped Stirling engine and peak production of 33 kilowatts. And the new CSP Stirling technology brings down to in the utility scale. And the next one, so the parabolic dish concentrates the sun rays on the heat element system by of a Stirling engine. The entire unit has acts as a solar tracker. Already we have seen in this figure. And a dish Stirling system uses large reflective parabolic dish, and it focuses sunlight that strikes the dish onto a single point above the dish, and where a receiver captures the heat and transfers into a form of useful energy and useful form. A dish is coupled with a stirling engine in a dish stirling system, but also sometimes steam engine also used. This creates rotational kinetic energy and can be converted to electricity by using electrical generator. Next one, Fresnel technologies. So these are linear tracking reflectors, and these are observers. These are reflectors and these are observers. And this linear Fresnel reflector is also a system design of high temperature controller. This is one type of high temperature collector, and this a linear Fresnel reflector power plant uses a series of these are long ones, long and narrow shallow culture, or even flat mirrors to be focus light onto the to one or more linear receivers positioned above the mirrors on top of the receiver, and this is our receivers. On top of the receiver, a small parabolic mirror can be attached for further focusing the light. These systems aim to offer lower overall cost by sharing a receiver between several mirrors, and it is compared with trough and dish concepts while still using the simple line focus geometry with one axis for tracking. And this is also similar to the trough design, and it is different from the central towers and also dishes with dual axis. The receiver is stationary and also so fluid couples are not required, and the mirrors also do not need to support the receiver, and so they structurally simpler, and also aiming the mirrors aimed at different receivers at different times of day. This can allow a denser packing of mirrors on available land area. And this is a power plant uses a series of long, narrow, shallow culture, and it is also shape of even flat mirrors to focus light onto one or more linear receivers positioned above the mirrors. On the top of the receiver, a small parabolic mirror can be attached for further focusing the light. These systems aim to offer lower overall cost of shape receiving between several mirrors. And these are using as compared with truffed dish concepts. And this is a similar top design are different from central towers and dishes with dual axis. And the receiver is stationary. This receiver is stationary, and also so fluid couplings are not required. And the mirrors also do not need to support the receiver, so they are strictly simpler. When suitably aiming strategies are used, mirrors aimed at different receivers at different times of the day. This can allow a dense packing of mirrors on available land area. Rival single axis tracking technologies include the relative new linear Fresnel reflector, and this is also known as LFR, and compact LFR is known as CLFR technologies. We are using in these Fresnel technologies. There are two technologies must be used. They are LFR and CLFR. LFR means linear Fresnel technologies, and CLFR means compact linear Fresnel reflector technologies. The LFR differs from the of the parabolic trough in that the observer is fixed in space above the mirror field. Also, the reflector is composed of many low row segments which focus collectively on an elevated long tower receiver running parallel to the reflector rotational axis. And these prototypes of Fresnel lens concentrates have been produced for the collection of thermal energy by international automated systems, and no full-scale thermal systems using Fresnel lenses are known as in operation. Incorporating Fresnel lenses in conjunction with photovoltaic cells, and also they are available readily. So there are two types of technologies we are using. They are LFR and CLFR. And these LFR differs from the parabolic trough in that observer in fixed in space above the mirror field. The reflector may also composed low row segments which focus collectively on an elevated long tower receiving running parallel to the reflector. Running parallel to the reflector. And this reflector composed of many low row segments which focus collectively on an illuminated long tower receiving running parallel to the reflector rotational axis. And the next design, micro CSP. The next design, micro CSP. And this is a micro CSP is used for community sized power plants, and it varies 50 megawatts 1 megawatt to 50 megawatts for industrial purposes. And the uses for the applications are industrial purposes, agriculture purposes, and manufacturing process heat. We are using these are applications of micro CSP or micro CSD. And when large amounts of hot water are needed, it will be like swimming pools, water parks, large laundry facilities, sterilization, distillation, and other such uses. And it varies 1 megawatt to 50 megawatts. And it is applications of micro CSD are industrial, agriculture, manufacturing process, and it is a used as community sized power plants. And also large amounts of hot water are needed. Such means uh, that is swimming pools, water parks, large laundry facilities, distillation, sterilization, etc. etc.